We're down here with head coach Terry Bowden, and coach, they say defense wins championships. Defense was the key today. What'd you think?
Yeah, I was really proud of our defense. They gave up no big plays, created turnovers. You know, had some sacks, created turnovers, and I think they made the day. And you know, 2 days ago we had the last big scrimmage. The offense had the best offensive scrimmage since I've been here, and the defense was not going to let that happen again. So no, when you're going to win championships, you like to see the defense play like they did.
It all starts with the quarterback, Mid-American Conference, a quarterback leg, Kyle Pohl, I thought played pretty well today.
Well, you know, I think he was 11 for 17.
Right.
I mean, if you want to score points, we have no big plays. We have some big plays between the 20s, but if you're going to score, you got to have some big plays thrown there. That's what we didn't have on offense. Give credit to the defense, but I think Kyle Pohl consistently put the ball where he needed to put the ball.
One of the keys, of course, for success this year is that rebuild offensive line. From where you sat today, how did it look to you?
Well, again, it looked pretty good. Like I said, we did not make the big plays, so you didn't have a chance to see if it ended up with the positive results. But I didn't see the breakdowns that we thought we might have from the tackle positions. Remember, our 3 inside people are returning, the 2 outside are new, and that's where we got to have the most improvement.
You know, we've been hearing a lot about Hakeem Lawrence, Andrew Pratt, 2 guys I thought played pretty well today, guys that are going to get a lot of snaps this year.
Well, you know, we got to have guys back people up that have been there before or take their place. And I think wide receiver and running back are 2 places where, you know, if I have to tell you how to run the ball or tell you how to catch it, then you're probably in the wrong position. So we need guys that can make long runs and big catches, and those guys have made some big plays this spring.
Boy, the linebacking depth is something that jumps out at me. You've got some pretty good kids there, and you're probably too deep. You
know, it's funny, when we first got here, of all the positions on our football team, there's just no comparison between the athletic ability and the athletes and the players that we have at the linebacker position, at least the top 5 or 6 at those 3 positions. That's the biggest difference in our defense. They can run, and they can make plays all over the field.
I know you got some awful good players coming in this year out of high school, a couple of junior college players. I would think with the depth you have now, maybe it was different when you first came. You had to play those kids. It looks like you're going to be able to bring them along and redshirt a lot of them.
Well, really, I don't think we're looking for any freshmen to come in here and move somebody out of a position. Now, somebody will be better than we thought. Somebody will be worse than we thought, and that may happen. But I don't think right now for things to be better, that has to happen. What has to happen is our players have to decide right now today that they're going to take every opportunity every day to make themselves the best they can be when we open up in our first football game.
You talked about the schedule. We've been here long enough to know sometimes that schedule isn't conducive to maybe win a lot of football games. You got to do it on the field, but I think the schedule matches up pretty good for you.
Well, you look at our last 2 years and the first 7 or 8 games, we were underdogs to teams that won bowls. Yeah. Sure. You know, now we've got some teams that, you know, that we have a chance to replacing a quarterback or replacing a coach, and we've got a chance to be in some ball games and not just a 2 or 3 touchdown underdog going into the football game. So all you want's a chance, and I think our players have a chance, and if we can get some wins early, it really should project us well into the latter part of the season.
Of course, as you know, you've been around a long time. One of the keys in spring football is coming out healthy, and I didn't see anybody really get hurt today.
You know, the older I get, the more I just want to come out of spring healthy without an injury, because I think we can see things we do well and we can focus on that. We can correct things we don't do well and find a way to overcome that. But we lose players that we need next fall where they can't play, and then we can't overcome that. And so I think injuries right now, we had a very positive spring game, and hopefully that'll carry through the summer.
One of the things I noticed, Coach, maybe off the field, in the past we haven't seen a lot of former players come back with the changes, of course, but now we're seeing some of the guys that you coached in year 1, year 2, and that's key now to build up those good ties with your former players.
Yeah, it really is to see the guys that I mean, there's a lot of pride, and they feel like they accomplished here in getting our program turned around and seeing them on the sidelines and coming back to be a part of that team. And it's kind of nice to see some people on the field that are coming black, including a quarterback for the first time since I've been here.
What is the key right now? Spring is over. What do you do and your staff do now?
To me, the key right now is our players' commitment to becoming the best they can be in the next 3 or 4 months. How much can they do? Now, we're going to recruit, and we're going to work for the future and the future of our program. There are a lot of things that have to be done. But between now and the first day of August, it's all about those players and what they're willing to commit to and what they're willing to do.